This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Anton Roxas. On the Scorecard tonight, Eala draws Sabalenka's quarter in stacked Italian Open lineup. Jannik Sinner returns to Rome after doping ban. Nicolas soars to gold. Lorana makes it 3 in a row. Mikee Cojuangco-Jaworski named Chair of Coordination Commission for Brisbane Games. In Major League Baseball, the White Sox fall 3-0 to Royals in Game 1 of their series. In the NBA playoffs, Brunson ignites Knicks in overtime comeback over the Celtics. While Aron Gordon's clutch three-pointer gives the Nuggets a Game 1 win over the Thunder. And Arjay Ramos of the Mapua Cardinals is all set for volleyball redemption. All the headlines and more on the Scorecard tonight, the 6th of May. Now here's our roundup. The 2025 Italian Open draw is out, and Eala finds herself in a tough corner of the bracket, sharing the same quarter as world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka. In just her second WTA 1000 clay event, the 19-year-old Filipina, currently ranked world number 70, is set to face world number 27 Marta Kostyuk of Ukraine in the opening round. A win could line up a second-round test against 14th seed Daria Kasatkina of Australia, with a possible showdown versus Canadian-Filipino Leylah Fernandez in the round of 32. The tournament runs from May 6 to 18 and marks Sabalenka's first time competing in Rome as the world's top-ranked player. She's coming in hot off a title run in Madrid, where she defeated world number 3 Coco Gauff in the final, after finishing runner-up in Rome last year to Iga Swiatek. Both Sabalenka and Swiatek are the top 2 seeds, each enjoying a first-round bye, with other big names like Gauff and world number 4 Jessica Pegula rounded out in the draw. After a gutsy performance against Swiatek in Madrid, where Eala took the first set and the break, the Filipina teen opted to skip Catalonia for some much-needed rest. Now she's ready to bring the heat in Rome, hoping to channel her Miami Open form, where she took down giants including Swiatek and Madison Keys. World number 1 Jannik Sinner is back in action at the Rome Open after serving a 3-month doping ban. The Italian tennis star was greeted by thousands of fans during his first training session at the Foro Italico. Since his last match in January, where he won the Australian Open, Sinner has been off the court. He is set to play his first match in the second round of the tournament. The doping ban stemmed from a positive test for clostebol, which was determined to be unintentional due to contamination from a physiotherapist's spray. As Sinner returns to competition, he expressed moderate expectations, stating his primary goal is to assess his current level of play. During his suspension, Sinner focused on fitness and personal development, engaging in activities like skiing, golf, karting, and fashion events. Alyana Nicolas cleared 4 meters to defend her women's pole vault title, closing out the ICTSI Philippine Athletics Championship in style at New Clark City. Inspired by the crowd, Nicolas hit a height she hadn't reached since 2019, then attempted 4.10 meters but fell short in the humid conditions. Meanwhile, in the 800 meters, UAP MVP Hussein Lorana surged late to take his third straight gold in 151.86, ahead of national teammates who finished silver and bronze. Now, from winning medals to shaping the games, Mikee Cojuangco-Jaworski takes the lead as the chair of the Brisbane 2032 Olympic Coordination Commission. Her appointment follows the exit of IOC President-elect Kirsty Coventry, who stepped down after her election to the top post. An IOC executive board member since 2020, Cojuangco-Jaworski will be at the helm of the planning and delivery of the Brisbane 2032 Olympics, working hand in hand with the organizing committee, Olympic stakeholders, local authorities, and international sports federations. She is tasked to make sure every element of the Games meets top standards with a strong focus on inclusivity, sustainability, and creating unforgettable moments for athletes, fans, and communities. A gold medalist at the 2002 Asian Games, Cojuangco-Jaworski has strong ties to Australia, having trained and competed there under the guidance of three-time Olympian Vicky Roycroft. She's no stranger to the job, having served on coordination commissions for Tokyo 2020, Paris 2024, and yes, Brisbane 2032. Next up, Cojuangco-Jaworski will surely hit the ground running as she leads the Coordination Commission meeting in Brisbane on May 20 to 22. In Major League Baseball, despite Shane Smith's solid start, White Sox offense goes silent in their loss to Kansas City. The White Sox opened their four-game series in Kansas City with a 3-0 loss. Rookie pitcher Shane Smith turned in a strong performance, but lack of offense and key hits from Bobby Witt Jr. cost the Sox the game. Smith pitched 5 solid innings, allowing 2 earned runs on 5 hits, 3 walks, and striking out 5. However, Bobby Witt Jr. again dominated the White Sox, scoring the game's first run in the 4th after a single, a stolen base, a wild pitch, and a Michael Garcia RBI single. Andrew Vaughn was the only player to reach third base for the Sox. Chase Meadroth led off with a single in the first, but the White Sox only managed 6 hits and 2 walks throughout the game. On a positive note, called-up rookie Caleb Freeman made his MLB debut in the 8th inning and struck out his first batter. However, a walk, a stolen base, and a 2-out double by Drew Waters pushed the Royals' lead to 3-0. In the NBA playoffs, Jalen Brunson dropped 29 points as the New York Knicks rallied from a 20-point hole to edge the Boston Celtics 108-105 in overtime, kicking off their NBA Eastern Conference semifinal series with a statement win. Brunson, coming off a 40-point performance in last week's series clincher against Detroit, was locked in again, drilling 5 of 9 from deep and guiding the Knicks through a roaring second-half comeback. OG Anunoby matched Brunson's energy, also scoring 29 points with 6 triples to his name. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum led Boston with 23 points each, but the Celtics couldn't hold on after a 72-52 lead early in the third quarter. After Brunson and Anunoby combined for 21 points in the third, the Knicks chipped away until Miles McBride and Anunoby drained back-to-back threes to open the fourth. In overtime, Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, and Karl Anthony Towns closed it out to seal a gutsy road win. Meanwhile, Aron Gordon hit a game-winning three-pointer with 9.5 seconds left, giving the Denver Nuggets a 121-119 victory over the Oklahoma City Thunder in Game 1 of their Western Conference playoff series. With the Thunder up by 1, Chet Holmgren missed both free throws after a foul by Russell Westbrook, and Gordon made the most of the opportunity. Nikola Jokic led Denver with 42 points and 22 rebounds, including 18 points in the final quarter. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander scored 33 for OKC. The Nuggets ended the game with a 19-6 run after trailing by as much as 13 in the fourth. Oklahoma City struggled with their shooting, missing their first 10 three-pointers, while Denver capitalized on the opportunity to steal the game. And here are the current rankings in the NBA playoffs. And here's your daily dose of sports lingo. Did you know that whip riding is a common term in competitive horse racing? Whip riding refers to the use of a whip by jockeys to encourage their horses to increase speed or maintain a strong pace during a race. While the whip can be used for communication between the jockey and the horse, it's regulated to ensure that it's not used excessively or abusively. Whip riding remains a controversial topic in the sport, with rules in place to ensure fair play and the welfare of the horses. Though many believe it's an essential tool in a jockey's skill set, others question its ethics and impact on the horses. The use of the whip continues to evoke debate in horse racing, but one thing is certain: it's a long-standing practice that remains a significant part of race strategy. Now it's time for our off-court buzzer. Welcome to Miami, where the heat isn't just on the track. It's inside the Ferrari garage, because what we witnessed wasn't just strategy. It was an emotional, slow-burn thriller featuring Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, and the always diplomatic Fred Vasseur. Starring in a Scuderia that simply couldn't decide, picture this: Lewis Hamilton, a 7-time world champion, running 8th, with Charles Leclerc just ahead in 7th. They're on different tire strategies. And Lewis, on fresher mediums, is ready to hunt down Kimi Antonelli, the 18-year-old Mercedes prodigy. So, what does Ferrari do? They hesitate. They pause. They basically open a bottle of Chianti and ask the room, should we? Meanwhile, Hamilton, radio on, sarcasm fully loaded, drops the line of the race.
In China, I got out of the way when you're on a different strategy.
Understood. We swapped the cars.
Have a tea break while you're at it. Come on.
That's not anger. That's a man who's been through 300 Grand Prix and knows the difference between a decisive team and one that's running split strategy and split priorities. Eventually, they let Lewis through to chase Antonelli. Plot twist, he doesn't catch him. Plot twist number 2, Ferrari reverses the order. Shakespearean stuff. But here's the kicker. They didn't even tell Lewis. He just saw it on the dash, shrugged, and gave the spot back. No radio, no fuss, just a man clearly over it. Post-race, Fred Vasseur said, quote, "We took the tough decision. Fred, my guy, it took 2 laps to do what Wolff or Horner would have done before turn 3. Was this team orders, or was Ferrari auditioning for Drive to Survive?" Hamilton's probably thinking, why did I leave Mercedes for this? Leclerc's wondering if he's still number 1. And the rest of us are left questioning how Ferrari turned a potential double points finish into an awkward dinner conversation. And the race result, Hamilton P8, Leclerc P7, over a minute behind Oscar Piastri. This wasn't just a missed call. It was a vibe that doesn't lose you a championship. Ferrari, they're not in that conversation anyway, but it does lose you the locker room. If your race plan includes a sarcastic Hamilton, you're in trouble.
It's 1.4 behind.
Going to let fast as well.
A muted Leclerc, a team principal doing post-race damage control. Maybe, just maybe, you're not making the tough decisions. You're just taking the scenic route to confusion. And that's our roundup for tonight, the 6th of May. Up next, West Coast battle lines, Warriors, Timberwolves. This is old bad blood, new pressure. We break it all down, so you can keep your eyes on the prize. Welcome back to the Scorecard. It's time to keep your eyes on the prize. So here we go. The Western Conference just got weird. We've got a semifinal matchup between the Golden State Warriors. Yeah, that Golden State team, and the new school, rising, suddenly scary, Minnesota Timberwolves. And I've got to say this. This is either the start of something new or the last gasp of something legendary. So let's start with the T-Wolves. This is Anthony Edwards' show now. He is him, the breakout star of the postseason, the swagger, the bounce, the confidence, and now he gets Steph Curry under the bright lights of May basketball. This is Minnesota's first real moment since Kevin Garnett had a flip phone. Chris Finch has quietly built a rock-solid team. Rudy Gobert is rebounding like it's 2019. Mike Conley looks like a savvy vet from a sports movie. And Jaden McDaniels, he's going to be a problem on the wing. This is a real, grown-up, kinda playoff team. But now, they've got to deal with a very familiar brand of chaos. Bam! Enter the Warriors. They've reloaded, not reinvented, with Jimmy Butler now anchoring that second gear. He's the closer this team hasn't had since Andre Iguodala had knees. And Draymond Green, let's just say he's trying something new. Not getting suspended. That's good. Gobert's waiting though. Target center is going to be loud. And somewhere in the third quarter, you know Draymond's going to test the edge of legality. This is not just a basketball series. This is a narrative. Warfare. Butler gets booed in Minnesota. He likes it. Draymond faces Gobert. He relishes it. Edwards wants to take Steph's crown. He's coming for it. And Steph? Still as dangerous as ever. Babyface assassin. Still pulling defenders into the parking lot. Literally 35 feet from the rim. And he's still a threat to splash it. He bends defenses like origami. One screen, 1 inch of daylight, and it's 3 points. Still, the coolest guy in every gym. He's casually dropping 30 while giving off dad on vacation energy. Both teams, they want the same thing though. To control the tempo, control the paint, control the chaos, but only one of them has made a habit of thriving in it. It's old versus the new. The battle-tested versus the upstarts. In game one, that's the tone setter. The Wolves, they've got to punch first. The Warriors, they want to slow the game down, make it ugly, and let Jimmy, Steph, and Green work their playoff magic. So stay ahead of the game as the battle for the playoffs heats up with high-stakes matchup. And here's your odds breakdown for tomorrow's games. And that wraps up tonight's preview, so you can keep your eyes on the prize. Up next, we have Arjay Ramos of the Mapua Cardinals, who's all set for volleyball redemption. When we return, right here on The Scorecard. You can say he was a late bloomer or he just evolved just right. From being a libero to becoming one of the NCAA's best spikers, Arjay Ramos is all set on his road to volleyball redemption. Check this out. For this episode of The Scorecard, we are here right now inside Mapua University at kasama natin ang isa sa mga pinakamagaling na open spikers ng NCAA Season 100. We have Arjay Ramos. Arjay, maraming salamat sa oras and thank you for giving me the time na makilala ka dito sa The Scorecard.
Thank you din pa.
Arjay, ang Mapua ngayon, isa sa mga contenders sa NCAA Season 100. Napakaganda ng inyong pinapakita ngayon sa men's volleyball tournament. Ito ba yung in-expect nyo na mangyayari ngayong season?
Ang ano po namin, hindi po namin talaga in-expect. Pero nung nakita po namin kasi na ganun pala yung mga performance namin. So nagkaroon po kami expectation po na kaya pala namin maging ganito. Bakit hindi pa namin ituloy-tuloy?
First time kita i-cover season 98. Ang Mapua nung time na yon, naka-5 panalo. Tapos last year, 3, di ba? This year, naipanalo niyo yung unang 10 laro niyo. For you, bakit naging ganun yung pagsisimula niyo dito sa season 100 at nakapag 10 straight wins kayo?
Ano po namin, kasi last season po, ang dami po namin nasayang na 5 sets. So, ang naging motivation po namin na kung may papanalo po namin sana yun, nakapasok po sana kami yung final. Pero sabi namin, hindi naman na kami nakapasok, kaya babae na lang this season. Kaya ito po yung ginagawa po namin, lahat po ng mga ano namin, is parang redemption na po namin ngayong season na to.
Okay, bago natin na pagpatuloy na pag-usapan itong season 100 and your quest to win a championship, let's get to know you a little bit, RJ. Saan ba nagsimula ang kwento mo with regards to volleyball?
Sa akin po, dati kasi, marami po kasing parang pinsan po ng kaibigan namin po sa Unauthorized po, from UAP. And na-inspire po kami na na maglaro po ng volleyball kasi ayun po mapanood po namin siya sa TV. Tapos sabi ko, gusto ko rin po maging ganito, ganyan. Tapos, ayun po, sige po kami mag-training po yun sa may Humingan po sa Pangasinan. Doon po ako nag-aaral. Okay. And tinuruan lang po kami ni Coach Solis po, yung coach po namin from high school po. Okay. And sabi niya sa amin na mag-aano lang kayo kasi mag-training dito, papalakasin ko kayo. Okay. And dadalhin ko kayo sa Manila.
So from Pangasinan, kailan ka naging seryoso na sa volleyball at nasabi mo sa sarili mo na pwede ito maging parang career path para sa'yo?
Actually po, hindi naman po talaga ako ready na pumunta ng Manila na maging spiker. Actually, libero po talaga ako dati.
Ganoon? Okay.
Yes po. Okay. And ang recommend po sa akin ng coach ko dati na mag-UP. And hindi po kami nakuha. Kaya, nung nag-aral po ako pumalo. And ito po, niya rin-recommend po ako dito sa Mapua. Kaya nakuha din po.
Okay. Ang galing from libero to spiker.
Yes po. Nung pumunta po ako dito ng Mapua, parang 7 months pa lang po akong pumapalo.
Wow! So, ibig sabihin, late bloomer ka sa volleyball?
Opo, pagdating po sa
Spiking. Okay. Sino ba yung mga pinapanood mo dati, aside from si Ike Ordas, na talaga nag-inspire sa'yo na magpatuloy sa paglalaro?
Si Ate Ben po. Si Barbie San
Ben. Okay.
Since pumasok po ako dito sa Mapua, siya po talaga po yung tinitingala ko na ang taling na maglaro. Tapos sabi ko, gusto ko din maging ganito. Kaya kaya super inspired po ako kasi nakakasama ko yun sa loob ng court yung angle ko. Okay. So, dito naman sa Mapua, feel mo ba na sobrang welcome ka dito with the community and the environment? Kamusta naman? Yes po. Super bait nga po ng mga nakakasama po namin dito sa environment ng Mapua. And pag pumunta po kami dito, inano po namin, nakakachikan po namin mga employee, mga estudyante, ganun po. Parang parang FC po kami palagi, feeling close.
Yung pala yun FC feeling close. Okay. So kung hindi volleyball, you see yourself as a PE teacher, PT, saan mo nakikita yung sarili mo?
Sa akin po, kung hindi din po talaga ako nagbabalibol, seaman po talaga yung first choice ko.
Okay.
Yun po yung gusto kong maging. Kaya, parang naging second option ko na po maging seaman. Sabi ko, parang may mas ako dito sa volleyball. Tsaka inisip ko rin po kasi yung libreng scholarship. Yes. Makapag-aral po ng libre. Okay. Yun po. Kasi gusto ko rin po kasi makabawas sa mga stress sa mga magulang ko yung bayad, mga tuition. Okay naman sa mga magulang mo na volleyball player ka? Dati po, hindi po sila parang totally support po sa akin sa pagbabalibol. Pero nung nakita po nila ako na nung season 98 po.
Yes. Kasi lahat ng games naka-cover.
Yes. Nung nakita nila ako, tapos nakita ko yung papa ko, binidyan nila na umiiyak siya, tapos na super proud. Sabi ko, first time kong makita yung papa ko, yung mga magulang ko na ganun pala sila mag-support sa akin kahit malayo. Wow. Hindi ko lang alam na sinusupport pala nila ako, pero lagi pala nila akong sinusupport.
So ngayon, all-out support and alam naman natin dito sa Pilipinas, kahit matapos ang career mo sa kolehiyo, merong spiker's turf.
Yes.
So, do you see yourself na balang araw na maglalaro ka rin doon, if ever?
If ever po meron pong kumuha, Mag-go po ako. Pero kung wala po, siguro po mag-ano lang po, mag-work na lang po yung
Okay.
Pero ano pa naman po, 70% po na pupunta talaga ako doon.
Okay. Okay, ngayon, balik tayo sa season 100. Ang Mapua pala, matagal nang hindi nagcha-champion. 2002 pa, yung last championship ng men's volleyball team. Are you aware of that? Na
Yes,
gano'n na katagal yung drought?
Opo. Kaya sinabi po namin nung season 98, sayang history na po sana po namin makapasok ng final po, pero kinulang. And akala po din po namin na season 19 is maano po namin ulit yung from last season. Na akala namin makapasok po ulit kami. Kaso mas lalong nabitin. Kaya eto na po siguro yung namin, redemption po namin ngayong season na kailangan na po namin makapasok ng ganito kasi hindi na puro lang, na puro sasabi na lang, kaya natin to, ganyan.
Yung yung pag-champion ng basketball team. Kasi more than 30 years yun eh. Nag-inspire din ba yun sa inyo na mag-champion din?
Sabi po namin, wala lang sa champion basketball. Parang, nainggit po kami, parang gano'n. Bakit, kung kaya nyo mag-champion, bakit din tayo kaya? Para tuloy-tuloy naman din yung, champion ng, hindi lang basketball. Kailangan din naman natin na magpakilala para makilala tayo sa, na larangan din ng volleyball.
Ang isa sa mga napansin ko sa'yo bilang isang player, may mga antics ka sa court, tapos pag nakakapalo ka, yung pag-celebrate mo, kakaiba. Alam naman natin sa volleyball, meron mga mga konting asaran, trash talkan sa net. Ano yung mga madalas mo naririnig sa pag nagko-compete kayo ng ibang mga schools?
Wala naman po silang sinasabi, pero yung parang ma-feel mo talaga na sinisigawan ka at inaanoan ka sa loob ng court. Kaya ang ginagawa ko din lang po, nakikipagsabayan lang ko tapos huddle lang po ulit sa mga teammate ko. Na na tayo, kailangan natin magising din tayo ganito. Kapag ganito yung po namin. Kasi kapag once na hindi po namin talaga ini-enjoy sa loob ng court, mas lalo po kaming parang natatambakan po yung score namin, lumalay yung kalaban namin.
So kumbaga yung bonding, yung pagiging close ng team.
Yes po.
For you, that's the most important thing sa inyong goal na mag-champion. Okay, lastly sa lahat ng mga nanonood ngayon, para sa'yo, personally, ano yung gusto mong, kumbaga, ano yung message that you want to share para ma-inspire pa yung mga katulad mo na gusto maglaro ng volleyball at gustong abutin yung kanilang mga pangarap?
Ang lang po, message ko lang po sa mga kabataan na gustong ma-inspire lang po din sa mga iniidolo nila. Mag-training lang po na maayos, maging madisiplina sa sarili. Number one po kasi talaga kailangan disiplina eh. Kung wala ka pong disiplina, wala po yung, hindi mo makakamit kung ano yung skill na gusto mong maging. And makinig lang lagi sa coach kung ano yung mga pinapayo kasi sila lang naman din po yung nakakakita. And sa mga huwag kayong sumuko agad-agad. Kasi minsan, lang talaga tayo sa mga challenge, pero kaya naman din talaga nating lagpasan yung mga challenge na yon. And laging tatandaan na laging nagsusupport yung mga pamilya natin, mga nasa circle natin na nagsusupport para hindi ka
Mawala sa focus?
Yun po. Mawala sa focus and hindi po magkakaroon ng doubt sa sarili.
Yun. Okay. Alright. RJ, maraming salamat sa oras and good luck for the rest of the season dito sa NCAA. Before we go, think on this. From a 5-time NBA champion, 3-time MVP, and Olympic gold medalist who redefined the point guard position with his unmatched vision, charisma, and flair, Magic Johnson. He once said, "All kids need is a little help, a little hope, and somebody who believes in them." And with that, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you next week on The Scorecard, where sports is our business and business is our sport right here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. This has been Anton Roxas. Have a blessed evening. See you tomorrow. Good night.